had quite a good response for my last video. So I thought I'd make a quick live and interact with you guys and answer some of your questions. But before that, I wanted to put out my opinion as to why housework is not work. Okay, now I'm going to put a few caveats to this. Okay, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, let's say, housework was work. Yeah, you had to wash clothes, it was a difficult thing. You had to take care of the children, difficult. You had no machines to help you, difficult. You had to create food and harvest food and mix food and everything from scratch. So yes, these things were difficult, and then they required an entire this to like an entire gender or an entire bunch of people to essentially just take care of the food scene, of the house scene. Yeah, because they were so significantly difficult. But now, as of today, okay, you have machines. So how difficult can it be? My question with to women or to anyone is, how difficult can housework be? I've done housework for the past 12, 13 years. Okay, I've basically been by my own for the past 12, 13 years. It doesn't take that much energy to wash clothes, right? Now, some people will say, no, but what about the poor? They don't have machines. Okay. So, when it comes to washing clothes, what about the poor? They don't have machines, right? Firstly, most people do not go out into the field, do not get the dust that they used to get, do not have they're not exposed to as many things as they used to be exposed to. So even hand washing something is not that difficult. I've hand washed my very, very dirty clothes, right? And after post workout in the mud, everything I'm able to do these things. But as of today, let's talk about the basically middle class. You just have to put stuff in the machine, right? Now let's talk about food. Okay, how difficult is it to make food, and how harrowing can it be? Firstly, most of you all are consuming unhealthy food. Okay, so if you're talking about, let's say, the US or something, everything is either canned or just needs to be boiled or is done in 2 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, right? But if you really want to make healthy food, and I mean genuinely healthy food with no extra spices, okay, which is not affecting your this, you don't need to cook it that much. What do you need? You need vegetables, okay, you need eggs, you need meat, all right, you need somewhat rice, if at all, you need some sort of a carb source, right? You don't really need wheat and all that unless you're doing heavy work. Most people are not doing heavy work. The reason people are eating wheat is because earlier, about 200-300 years ago, people used to go out in the fields and work hard, and that hard work required you having wheat, right? So today you don't need wheat. Today, what are you doing? You're just doing carbs work, basically, right? So basically, you need some sort of a rice, you need some sort of millet at the best, right? How long does it take to cook these things? I have cooked them for 4 and 5 people. All right, so I'm talking about families here. It barely takes an hour. All this nonsense you can literally do simultaneously within 1 to 1.5 hours. All right. So now I just wanted to talk about. I just want to understand why women say housework is work. Okay, and why housework is so difficult. The only reason is that they are stuck 100 years ago, right? Where housework was genuinely work, and especially in India or maybe Africa, the men need food in a certain way. They want the spices in a certain way. They want it done in the traditional way. They need it to be crushed in a certain way and not in the mixer. So now that is where the work appears. That is where the work comes. Now, if you're stupid, I cannot do much about it. But you must understand, and especially if you are, if you're middle class and you're still doing this, if you're watching this video, you understand English, and you're still doing this rubbish because the men want it in a certain way, because the household wants it in a certain way, because your child wants it in one way and the mother wants it in one way. And this happens a lot in Asian countries. Mothers will make 2 or 3 types of food just to please the different palates. All you have to do is please the nutrition, right? That's all you have to do. The nutrition has to work, not the palates. Do not concentrate on the palates. Get to the point where you're okay with this. Okay, all you have to do is boil a few vegetables, right? And you don't have to boil them, you don't have to overboil them. Just boil them to the right amount to remove all the E. coli rubbish. Add a little salt, add a few this, right? That's all. A little bit of rice, a few eggs. What more do you need? All right, so please get over this nonsense. Any of you feminists, any of you people that housework is work. It's not work anymore. 100 years ago it was work. When there are one or two children, I get it. It is some level of work. But after there are five or six, what work? What work? It takes you 1 hour, 2 hours maximum. I will willingly sit at home if someone marries me and goes out and does the hard work. Can you compare it to going out, making a career, or going out in the sun, snaking your boss, doing the politics? You can't compare it to a 12-hour work day, 15-hour work day. It's not work. Okay. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And of course, I know you all will call me the anti-women and whatever anti-feminist because of this. I don't care. See the whole video, get the point. Showing it to others, try and argue these points, try and understand what I'm trying to say, and then we can debate further. Okay, now I'm done with the topic. Let's see what we have. How to deal with depression and anxiety. All right. The thing with depression and anxiety is, right, what happens is your brain is reacting to a horrible society. Yeah, you hate the way society is functioning. You're just like, what is this nonsense, and I don't want to deal with anything. Yeah, so observe it. Observe it. Why am I depressed? What is happening here? What exactly is depressing me? Because a lot of people love this society. But depression shows that you are intelligent, okay, that you have some sort of brainwaves going on, and that you have some sort of ability, and you're able to understand that this world is basically rubbish. So depression is basically what is happening with you realizing that this world is rubbish. Same with anxiety. Anxiety is you wanting the world to be in a certain way, and it is not. Okay, so that fear comes, like germaphobe. You believe there are a lot of germs. Yeah, all you have to do is realize that everything is neutral. There is nothing much to this world. You are here for time pass because your parents were horny, and that's it. Observe, 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 and one day you will get out of it. I went through it. I got out of it just by observation, just by understanding, oh, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? What is happening here? Go to a therapist if needed. If truly required, go to a therapist. Okay? Thoughts on government jobs. I think it's absolute rubbish. It's only a third world country which will be this obsessed with government jobs. No other country is this obsessed with government jobs. No first world country is obsessed with government jobs. So that's one issue. Secondly, government jobs are essentially designed to waste your time. One attempt, two attempts, three attempts, you cannot give all those 200 million people a job. So what do? You keep them busy. You keep them busy. They are not unemployed. They are studying, right? And even the families are happy. Oh, our son is doing IAS, IPS nonsense for 10 years. For 10 years, people are doing it because there's nothing else. There is nothing else. If you keep them minimal, yeah, you don't get them married. They are constantly studying, and then after 10 years of wasted life, then you do some stupid job, 10,000-15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, with all the knowledge in the world, right? So basically, you have to understand that a government job is a result of a third world, and a government uses it very well to keep people in check. First time I've joined your live since I've started watching you. Great stuff, mate. Thank you so much, Aman Kumar. Yeah, this is a kind of excuse mothers, housewives make and blame it upon their kids. How ignorant brat my kid is. Yeah, absolutely. It's a complete excuse. Oh, I did this for you. Done that. What have you done? What have you done? Okay, you had me. Fine. That was your choice, firstly, right? And then on top of that, why should I thank you just because you got incontinence? Because you had me, and then that was your choice. You knew your body is going to be destroyed, and then you had me, and now you're making food for me. That is basic rights, bro. Like, I don't need to this. And then you're saying, oh, housework is so hard. I'll do the housework. I will do the housework. I will marry you. You get the money. I will do the housework. It is that easy. It is that easy. And I will make sure that you eat healthy. Dude, I recently got this checked. Okay. I'm super healthy. Like, all my parameters are exactly in the middle. If the parameters from 5 to 10, I'm at 7.5. I'm that healthy, bro. Okay. What do? Nothing. I just boil vegetables and eat them. I have rice. I eat it. I eat meat. I eat eggs. That's it. That's all I do, bro. I hate the world. I hate this world. Yes, same here, dude. I swear. Oh my god, I feel attacked. Why? Why do you feel attacked? You women take too much responsibility for no reason. They buy decorative stuff, lot of utensils, etc., etc. Yes, I agree. I agree. Women take life very seriously, and I think it's because they are bored, because they have nothing better to do, and in general, like all the complexity of these masalas. They make these masalas. They make these gravies. Why do they make these gravies? For what? They are all bad nutrition. Why do you need to make all these gravies? But no, we will make it so the taste of my husband. Oh my God! So that he beats me less tonight. So that he sleeps with me properly. He'll probably give me an orgasm someday. What nonsense! Yeah, admit that you all are bored, and it's fine. If I was a house husband, I'd be bored. Of course, I'd be bored. But today I have Netflix. Today I have options, right? And all this decorative nonsense and wearing heels and wearing tight dresses for what? It's all boredom. It is all bondage that you all are doing because you have nothing better to do. And humans are bacteria. I agree. I agree. I am fine with my housework, but it does consume a lot of time and it takes some effort getting up for. It is a terrible in combination with extra slavery, and I wouldn't want to do it for okay. But I disagree, man. I don't know. I don't think it takes that much time. If you're doing your own housework alone, how much time can it take? I've done housework for 4 people. How much time does it take? Is marriage useless for men in now? Completely. Completely. Why would you get married? You want companionship, I understand. Why would you get married? Yeah, you want sex, you want love, you want everything. Why would you get married? What is the point? What is the point? Okay, now this 4B movement, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of these women. It's like, no, we are not going to get married, no reproduction, no this, nothing, nothing. Just give up on life. The more you know, the more aware you are, the more your anhedonia will come. The more you'll realize that this life is absolute rubbish. Can one achieve the state of complete neutrality without any interference of the self like Buddha? It's possible, 100%. You do it hundreds of times a day. You're sitting alone, you're in a certain state. Only thing is that you're not trained enough to do it. Buddha has trained himself to the highest level and hence can do that. You do that hundreds of times a day. It's just that you need to stay there. You need to stay there, stay there. Consciousness, and then it will come to a point where you're continuously in such a state. It's just that you're not continuously in such a state. That's the problem. Hi Samuel. I want to ask something confusing. I am married, but I feel like sleeping with someone else. I have never done it. I've been loyal to my partner, but for work we are living in different cities. Why don't you speak to the partner? Why don't you speak to the partner? And I just try and just go and talk to them and say that this is what I'm feeling. What do you think about it? If you are married, the only real line that you can't cross is cheating. I would never cheat. Even if I was in a relationship, if I've given my word to someone, I would never cheat. But if I really felt like, I would go and talk to them. I'd say, would you like an open marriage? I really feel like doing this. The urge is taking me over. It's fine. You can't fight an urge. Never fight an urge. That's a dumb idea. But talk about the urge. Understand it. Get deep into it. Maybe it will fall off. Maybe it will fall apart. But talk with your partner if you love your partner. Talk with them. Is it okay to sleep with someone? It is, but with the permission of your partner. Don't break your word. Healthy food doesn't have to be tasteless. Oh yeah, it's very tasty. You boil a few vegetables, you put a little bit of masala in it. It's fun. It's great. Very tasty. I find, and beyond a point, you will develop a taste for the vegetable. You will develop a taste for broccoli. You will develop a taste for cauliflower. It will come, and the cravings will go away. It's just a brain thing. I don't feel connected with anybody, and it sucks. Um, well, it really depends. What is connection for you? You vibe with them. Do you speak with them? Do you have great conversations? And sometimes it's okay to not be connected. First, connect with yourself. Be extremely sure of who yourself is, and then you will automatically find someone. I guarantee it. It's not even a question of this. It's like, who are you? And then the right people will be attracted. Even me, someone who's pretty popular, okay, and I know many people over the internet, and I talk with many people. Um, I have genuine connection is very rare. It's very rare. But you have to throw your net out there, and you have to be extremely sure about where you are. Because if you're thrown your net and you're a fisherman and you're on a boat, if you're not sure-footed, you'll fall into the sea. Then what's the point? Reproduction is a complete waste. Complete waste. Complete waste. My family is too much obsessed with marriage and children, but I've said I'm not going to be a part of this. Ooh. Very good. I'm very proud of you, dude. Maybe I'll get married someday while I live without children. Very good. Please do that. Please do that. I have many of my followers who are doing that. Not just child free. The ones who are child free, no. The ones who got married, then realized that I exist. They got through my philosophy, and then they said spoke with their wives and said, okay, we're not gonna have children. Some wives spoke with their husband. They said we are not going to have children. One girl was getting engaged. She spoke with her husband or fiance, and the fiance agreed. So yeah, many people. Please do that. Get married, sure, if you want to. I'm neutral on marriage. I know there's no reason for marriage, but if you want to get married, have marriage. I'm against reproduction. Okay. Thoughts on UPSC? It's an absolute waste of time. It's an absolute. I just spoke about it. If you've not been through the starting of the video, please go in the beginning and see. Okay. Never fight with an urge. Makes sense. And never heard before. Yeah. Never fight with an urge. Never suppress an urge. You can't fight biology, my friend. You cannot fight biology. It's too powerful. It's billions of years old. Okay. Just understand it. It will fall off. It will fall off by itself. Okay. How you pass your time? Ooh, Netflix, videos, YouTube, educational videos largely. I like to understand the world, geopolitics, how climate change works, etc., etc. By the way, climate change, Dubai, guys, what fun! Do you think World War III will break out in the near future? Very likely, very likely. There's too much frustration. There is overpopulation. There is the resources are too few. There's already a world war in. Basically, there is a war going on in Africa. There is a war going on in Myanmar. There is a war going on in Ukraine, which is kind of dead. Or there's the Iran thing. It's endless, so it's bound to end up in some sort of a world war. Thank God you exist. I don't thank God, sorry, but I guess for you it's nice. World War III will start in this decade. Yeah, quite possibly, guys. Quite possibly. We are already there. It's already started. Just that it's not called a world war. There is just, yeah. What else was that? Sudan is in the middle of a war. Everyone is at war right now. Who's not at war? What is not a waste of time? I'll tell you what is not a waste of time. Um, Being aware, okay, understanding yourself, understanding your life, understanding your thoughts, going through what your needs are, understanding why you need something, why. Endless questioning is not a waste of time because it gets you to the truth of you. Eventually that truth is nothing. Eventually you will realize that you are nothing, your personality is nothing, your preferences are nothing, everything is all bullshit. But to come to that realization, you will need a lot of thought. And there's a big difference between knowing something and realizing something that you'll only realize when you realize. Okay, nice. Any other questions? Okay, all right. So then I think I'll give it another minute or so, and then I'll sort of shut the this. If you all have questions, guys, if you all have questions, please type the questions and keep them ready. Yeah. But yeah, nice questions today. Really nice to see all of you on this. I'll give it another 30 seconds. Okay. Do people marry to ensure that their partner won't cheat? Ooh, yes, I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it happens that people are like, oh, this guy will cheat, so I'll just get married to him, which is a dumb idea. People can cheat anyway. It's not like you have some lock on your genitals. So yeah, it's possible. Thoughts on discipline. Discipline is extremely important. See, if you want to move a certain number of atoms from one place to another, which is basically what we are doing, right? We're just moving atoms from here to there. Then you need discipline. And not just that, even your neurons, the way your neurons think. If you want to get over depression, if you want to get over anxiety, you need a certain discipline. Yeah. Why? Because you want things to move in a predictable way. If you want something else to move in a predictable way, you have to move in a predictable way. You get it? And then once that discipline is there, then you can do whatever you want. Thoughts on Sushant Rajput? Oh, I don't know actually. I don't know. Firstly, I don't know whether he's murdered or not. But a very interesting case, and certainly was forced into suicide in a way. And kind of sad, in fact, because he wanted to live. Like, if he was a nihilist and he was just like, nah, I'm out of this crap, I'd be like, pro, I'd be like, great, perfect. Thoughts on Hitler? Interesting. Oh, this is a very, very complex. So in principle, I believe he was correct. Okay, in the sense of principally, there need to be some people, and you know which ones I'm talking about after my last video, who need to be you know, shown the door, basically. But yeah, I mean, what he did was from his point of view. And I don't believe anything is good or bad. You had to fight him, you had to fight him. I would have fought him. I would have fought him for sure. You know, but tomorrow anyone may become one, especially for a particular religion. And if you all want to stop me, you can stop me. You can stop that person, whoever. It's possible. But in certain people need to be shown the door. Certain species, certain populations, we need to accept that nature is, showing us the door, right? And in certain cases, if you allow certain populations into your country, they will destroy the entire ecosystem. Not I'm not talking about the natural ecosystem, I'm talking about the social ecosystem. So what do you do about them? You show them the door. Thoughts on aromanticism. I have no objection with it. I've never felt the need for it. But if someone wants to be aromantic, if you've thought through it, don't be aromantic out of anger. Say, oh, I've never got anyone, so now I'm aromantic. No, 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 no. If you want to be aromantic, if you really thought about it, then fine. But don't be angry about it. What is the ugliness in your POV? Ooh, what ugliness exactly? What is ugliness? Ugliness is well, at the human level, I think it's just people who don't get laid. Okay, like ugly people are essentially people who want to get laid but don't get laid. But ugliness is also, you have a Fibonacci sequence. You have a certain sequence in which there's a certain symmetry. There's a certain symmetry to the face, a certain symmetry to the body, and if you don't follow that symmetry, that is ugly in that sense. Now, inside a person, nothing can be ugly. The only thing that is ugly is hypocrisy. If I've said something and I'm doing something else, that is hypocrisy. If I think something else and I'm doing something else, that is hypocrisy. And that is what can become ugly as you move through life. Okay. Should there be an arrangement for people in laws who don't want to pursue any kind of religion? Yeah, why not? Why not? There should be a this for atheists or agnostics. What is success in life according to you? Success in life is the ability to be central. Okay, I'll make an entire video about this. To be central and to be at your dashboard. You have a dashboard, okay, which is saying you're feeling sad, you're low on sugar, this is basically your brain, right? You're low on sugar, your hair is falling, there is something wrong with your knees, you're feeling too happy, there is something wrong going on here. The external, someone is trying to attack you. All of these signals, okay, what happens is you become them. You become fear. What is success? Success is being at that dashboard, standing there and knowing everything and just being an observer. That is what success is, in my opinion. Okay. Thoughts on TCS? Oh ho 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 ho. I don't care. I don't think about TCS. I don't care about TCS. I just think it's a factory. It's basically a factory for people who use keyboards. That's all. There is no thought. There is no innovation. There is just taking someone else's innovation and using it for us. And just chuck, whatever, right, and give it back to them. And that is what TCS is. Okay. Thoughts on morality without religion. Okay. Morality, see, if you don't have morality now, in the sense of, firstly, you should not have morality. Morality is a stupid idea, saying something is good and bad. Something is good and bad in a certain context. Yeah. If Krishna asked Arjuna to kill his relatives for a certain reason, that is a kind of morality. But then you can say, oh, killing is wrong. It's a dumb idea. Only react to what makes sense in the situation, depending on what the goal is. Okay. So morality in religion is a ridiculous idea. Having morality away from religion is also a bad idea. It's a less bad idea, but it's a bad idea. Just know what you want. Be clear about what your this is, what you want to do. Again, morality for most people is just a reaction, is a biological reaction. I don't want to kill this man, but why don't you want to kill this man? Because someday his relatives will kill me. You are only scared for yourself. It's all selfish. But if you're beyond morality, you'll be fine. You'll just be like, Realize, look at the situation, and do what is required. You know, have you read Schopenhauer? I have not read Schopenhauer, honestly. I just read his quotes. I don't like reading philosophers. Okay. I don't. Is it okay to talk back to your relatives when they are unduly interfering in your personal life? Yes. That's when you should talk back to your relatives. Absolutely make fun of them. Because they see the reason they are talking about you in your personal life is because they are unsatisfied in their lives. So you put the thing back on them. Say why? Oh, you're very unsatisfied with your life, huh? You know. Do you meditate? I do meditate. Not very often, but I do meditate. I do Vipassana meditation. It's amazing. I really find it amazing. I feel suicidal because of life burdens. For the first time, I've started talking to my mom and husband about these feelings. I am healing. Very good. Very good. Talk to people. Everything that happens within you, find someone you trust and talk to them. What's wrong in that? Okay, and I'm sad that I'm saying find someone you trust. These should be normal societal topics. Talk about it. I'm horny. Okay, I want to cheat on you. Okay, I'm sad. I want to kill myself. Okay, talk. Just talk. Nothing should be judged. Only thing should be judged on um the merits of it. Like, why would you want to kill yourself? That's not judging. That's just questioning. Question these things. But what about? Oh, I want to kill myself. Why? You know, all that. So yes, heal and talk to people. Do you feel lonely without your family? I know you have very different perspectives and views towards life, but still, how could you cut them off from your life? I don't really feel lonely. I'm happy that they are gone because they are a bit toxic, and I felt lonely with them, and that's what feels worse. You know, when you're in the house with people who are not even looking your way. Today I have roommates. You know, they ask me, "Oh, where are you going for food? Oh, let's go for food together. Let's chill. Let's have a drink together." That feels that inclusiveness. You know, and that sometimes we fight with each other, that is much more important than being in a room or in a massive mansion with people who don't talk to each other. Trust me, it feels horrible, and I have felt it. I've been through it. Bye Dubai डूब रहा है. Climate change का असर दिख रहा है. I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy. Why do rich people suicide even though they have a lot of money? See, there are a lot of other things than money, right? And finally, it's the chemicals in your brain. When you look at life, it's like, what is this nonsense? Everything I have a Bentley, I have a this, I have a that, I have a that. Now, what do I do with myself? The question is, what do I do with myself? And the point is that these people are not on their dashboard. They're not looking at what is going wrong. All the alarm bells are ringing, but they're not there. You see? So they just end it. They just destroy the dashboard. Thoughts on economic system like paying taxes and stuff. Can we escape the system? I've never paid taxes, bro. I've never paid taxes. I just don't declare my income. What to do? No, but I also make a lot of cash income, and I just don't, man. Like, what is the escape and all? If you really want to escape, you can escape. You can make enough money, go to a place, own a farm. Agricultural income is free essentially, right? So you don't need to pay taxes on it. Why do people not let go of the ideology that everything in this universe happens for the greater good of humans? Because they want hope, they want delusion, and it's fun. It's fun to have delusions. Yeah, that's it. Simple. Imagine living in a realm where you don't deserve life as a compliment. Oh, very nice. Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's a big compliment. If someone says I don't, I'm like, yeah, I know I don't. I know I don't. Once you become antinatalist, there's no looking back. Even if you try to think about advantages of having a child, why is this philosophy so strong? Because it's based in pure logic. It's steeped in absolute bloody logic. What is the point of having a child? Why are you so selfish? Why are you so this? It's just pure logic. Just stop having a child. You're irritated with capitalism? Stop having a child. You hate the world? Stop having a child. Just stop. Just stop. Why do you want to clean shit? Why do you want someone else to clean shit? Twice over. When the child is young and then when the child grows old. Why? Is money real? No, it's all in our heads. The only two currencies are food and violence. Okay? These are the only two currencies. You do you want to settle abroad someday? I do. I do. I eventually will make a move from this country. I feel so trapped here. This is killing me every freaking day. I understand. I understand. But observe it. Observe it. Try not to end it. Observe it. Try and get to the dashboard. And once you're to the dashboard, believe me, you will get a certain joy that no one else can get. Very few people get that level of joy. Staying at the dashboard, watching the alarms go off. It's just you're just watching things, and it doesn't matter. And in my opinion, go for vipassana. Please go for vipassana. Root cause of every problem is creating people. Absolutely, we are our own problem. That's it. The fact that you've any problem, that I have any problem, you have any problem, is because someone created you. You know. So end it. End this nonsense of problems. Have you read David Bennett's book on anti-leakers? No, I have not. I have not. I'd like to someday, but I have not. Okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm going to take your leave. Thank you so much for showing up. And let's. What is black pilled? Yeah. What is this black pill nonsense? Okay, anyway. Yeah. So thank you for showing up, and I will try and see you all next week. If I get good Wi-Fi, I got good Wi-Fi somehow. I'm going to answer 2 more questions, and that's it. Which is the best country to move, and which is much easier? Canada, apparently, but not best. It's a mess currently in Canada. If you're willing to go through the rigmaroles, then yeah, why not? That way, India is a good place to live if you're earning money. Many married men after 4 peg down accept antinatalist philosophy. Absolutely, they can't accept it with their normal, filled with hope nonsense in front of their wives. They won't get sex basically, or they won't get anything. So yeah, I mean, eat, sleep, exercise, work, eat, sleep. Exactly. That is the this of life. Alright, I'm telling housewives, I'm telling everybody, just do that. There's nothing else. Okay, and make boiled vegetables, rice, chicken, eggs. That's all you need, dude. That's literally all you need, and maybe a few fruits, if at all. So that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for. I'll show you around. And if you all can donate, please. It's Raphael Samuel 1, numerical 1 at OKSBI. That's my UPI code, if you can. All right. I'll be coming on Hindi in about 20 minutes. Okay. I'll put up on this. Maybe around 11 I'll come. Or maybe around 10 I'll come. Okay. Bye. See you. Thank you so much. Bye. Great watching you.